You're listening to FANTASM Podcast, a horror death metal podcast for the old school. Join your hosts, Gorechrist and Dr. Vincent West, as they stuff horror movie reviews and death metal interviews all in one body bag. Listen on iTunes, subscribe on YouTube, and like on Facebook, and head over to StageDiverRadio.com for more.
It's Bruce Corbitt of Rigor Mortis and Warbeast, and you are listening to FANTASM Podcast.
FANTASM.
Gorechrist FANTASM Podcast here live at Texas Frightmare Weekend, having a killer time. I'm here with one of my favorite metal artists of all time, with Rigor Mortis and Warbeast. We got Bruce Corbitt.
Hey, man, appreciate you and kind words. Thanks so much.
It's our first time here in Texas, so honestly forgot it was, Rigor Mortis territory. And I was like, when I saw you and Casey at the booth, I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. So we've been trying to do an interview for a little while now, so you had a lot going on. It's good to have you here. Good to see you.
Yeah, I mean, welcome to Texas for one. I hope you've enjoyed your stay. Of course, you see there's a lot of horror metal fans walking around everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And Rigor Mortis territory for sure.
I mean, you guys got the t-shirts, CDs.
Yeah.
Cool thing that happened while we were, trying to get the interview figured out. Tom Savini came to your booth.
Wow.
And how was that experience?
I mean, going back to Rigor Mortis and what we write about and all those old albums, it's all about the horror movies and the effects. And so Savini, of course, he's way up there.
The pioneers.
Yeah, so for him to come and visit our booth, and if Patrick Hart's over there with us, he does 3D art.
Yeah.
And I noticed that every time we do these conventions that Tom shows up at the booth.
That's awesome. So he's done it.
He's familiar with Patrick's art, and then you saw that he picked up a couple of Rigor Mortis copies.
Yeah. I hope he enjoys it.
And how cool is that? You know what I mean? It's like going full circle from our influences that caused us to write these songs is over there now getting our. And I've had that opportunity with Herschel Gordon Lewis.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
For a Wizard of Gore song we wrote. And then
amazing.
Jeffrey Combs, the Reanimator, and all now the Texas Chainsaw, Edwin Neal, and Chop Top, and all of them, man.
It's amazing.
It's crazy. Great.
That's what we try to do at Phantasm. We're horror fans, but we're death metal fans, and that's all comes together. Especially at conventions, you meet so many people that are wearing their death vests, and they're, we'll all just talk about music and stuff, so it's all the same kind of realm,
It is. It is a good match.
Especially when you like, Rigor Mortis or, like the Cannibal Corpse or what have you. You're more into the violent end of it, and it makes you feel good. It's like the rush of horror movies, but with music, so.
That's why, as you've noticed, it's been part of my life for a long time. We're going like over 30 years that's like my favorite thing is horror movies and metal,
That's right. Now, if you don't mind, you do a little bit of history of the band Rigor Mortis for all the younger listeners.
Well, yeah,
Maybe get familiar with what Rigor Mortis was.
Right. Well, that's what we, formed in the 80s, and then I joined around the mid-80s, and our theme was mainly writing about horror movies and gore books and all that good stuff. And that was, we were kind of an influence on a lot of the death metal bands that came later.
Yep.
We weren't a death metal band because my vocals are not in that. The lyrics are,
At the time was more technically like thrash.
Yeah, it's but for our lyrics and concept of the gore image, it was an influence for the death metal bands that came later.
Right.
And so anybody that loves metal and horror movies definitely should check out Rigor Mortis. That's like we're definitely classified as a gore band.
Yeah. Which is what I love.
Well, thank you, man.
Gore fiend for sure.
Yeah.
And then Warbeast too. I mean, that's just a whole another monster.
Right. Well, it's definitely teaming up with the guys from Gamma Side, and the more traditional thrash lineup. And Rigor Mortis sounds like its own type of thing, so I didn't want to try. There's no way to. Why do something that sounds similar? But I stayed within the thrash genre.
Sure.
And threw in some of my horror influences, of course, you could see with the Blood Moon.
Right.
Which was about werewolves, and then I, threw in the Hitchhiker, which
Yeah.
So I got my even though it was a totally different band, we were open to other subjects. I made sure to get my horror influence. That's who I am.
And that music video is pretty sweet too.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That was so cool. I mean, imagine getting to go full circle writing about Texas Chainsaw Massacre songs 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'm hanging out and got Edwin Neal directing him in our own music video. Yeah.
It's cool when dreams can still happen and they can still,
Yeah, I mean, he came to my wedding renewal 2 weeks ago.
Really?
So,
Congrats on that.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
That was a special night, and I actually got up, shocked everyone, even myself, and got to sing 3 songs that night.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
So, this fight against cancer right now, I'm winning because you see I'm here all weekend at Texas Frightmare Weekend.
Yeah, you're looking good. And
I'm feeling good, looking good, and just, they say I'm terminal, but I don't plan on trying.
Don't ever count out Bruce Corbitt.
Yeah,
folks.
I'm not going.
It's not going to happen.
No, I'm not going out, man.
And definitely keep supporting too.
Thank you. Yes,
we've done it, and just keep those. Everyone needs to keep it up.
Meant the world to me and my wife. So really, deep down, really want to thank everyone. Seriously,
you mean the world to us. You really
thank
do.
you so much, man.
Yeah, it's been fun. And, as far as the convention, besides the whole Tom Savini thing, what are some of the cool things you've ran into?
Oh, I was, here from the original one, like I said.
Yeah, 13 years ago.
Yeah, so
wow.
To see it grow each year and what they've done, Lloyd and Sue Cryer, and I was there from, like I said, seeing their original.
And Lloyd's a great guy, too.
Greatest guy, man, and Sue, too. And
shout out
watch
to Lloyd.
them. Yeah, shout out. Love y'all. And to watch their dream from the first convention and how much it's just gotten better and more organized every year. And you see record numbers this year, I think.
Yeah, Friday was nuts. I've never seen a Friday convention.
There's just so much I couldn't pick a favorite moment because, every night, every hour, something cool is happening.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm just sad that we're down to about an hour and a half or something. No.
Travel 16 hours back.
My goal is to make it to next year now because it was a fight to get to this year. I'm here, and I actually made it, through the whole weekend.
Yeah.
And it lifted my spirits big time, so I'm ready to go back and finish cancer off and be back for many more years to come. That's my plans.
That's amazing. Then, since you're a gore guy, I feel like.
Yeah, of course.
Favorite gore scene, or if you can name a couple.
Oh, man, there's so many, but, the scene in Maniac, the shotgun scene on the hood.
The Savini?
Yeah, of course. I had to mention Savini, of course, obviously one of our favorites. Back in those days, we only had VCRs, but we would do that slow motion so many times over and over. And there's just so many. I watched Return of the Living Dead last night.
Love that movie.
Yeah, there's so many in that one. And that one's got, parts of clips of we put in our own songs. Like it looks like Rigor Mortis is setting in.
Yeah.
So those are some of those scenes where we stole their line and put it in our song.
Dan O'Bannon's an amazing writer.
Yeah. So all that stuff is good memories, man.
That's good stuff. Well, let you get back to your table. And this has been an honor for me and as a fan, so it's good to finally catch up with you.
Yeah, my brother.
I'm glad you're feeling good and you're having a great time. I'm having a great time.
Well, I hope you come back again for another one next year, and we can
will.
do it again. And appreciate the interview and the support. And to everyone out there, you know damn well, Bruce Corbitt, still here. Don't count me out.
He's still kicking, and we'll see him next year.
Yeah, absolutely.